day we had okay. So sorry. The other day we had a session by engineer Sean Quilty from Australia. He took us through a session on stormwater pit and pipe design. I mean, it was quite an interesting session, and we got to learn so much. So, I mean, this Roads Hub, we care about your development, we care about learning, and yes. So our mission is to cultivate a new era of holistic professionals in the built environment sector, seamlessly merging technical expertise with personal leadership skills. So, yes, since inception, we have so far trained over 250 engineers. 250, can you imagine? It's quite something because yeah, and all these engineers have come from over different countries. We've had engineers and students from Ghana. We have had from Nigeria, and I mean, even from our session today, you can see that we are people from all over the globe. It's quite a blessing, and yes, we're happy to see all of you here, and you're all welcome. I'd like to also introduce our team. So I'll start with Engineer James Murithi. He is the founder of RoadsHub, and he will be training you guys for the upcoming course. Engineer James is a very, very passionate leader. I think you guys will get to see it through the period that you will be with us, and you will get to learn a lot from him. Us, as the Roads Hub team, we look up to him, and we've also learned a lot from him. The second person who's part of our team is Anthony Mwenda. He is our business development strategist. He's the one who works behind the scenes and ensures that you guys get to hear about us on different platforms. We also have Captain Weslin Inziano. He is we call him the firstborn of Roads Hub. He was one of the first people to join Roads Hub when it was beginning. So yes, and he's also our software guy. So any questions that you have concerning the software, concerning how to get it, if you have any issues within, just please reach out to Wesley. Yes. We also have Captain Baron. I think you've already met him. He's interesting fact, he is the only captain who's not Kenyan. So yeah, we are international. We have a South African in our team, which is amazing. We also have Captain Tony Gatimu. He is our logistician. So he will be creating groups called deep cubes, where all of you will be, you'll be separated into different groups. Whereby you'll be able to interact with different captains. You'll send your deliverables. So yes, in case you're not in any deep cube, you can reach out to Captain Tony. Next, we have Captain Felix Araka. He is we call him Mr. Empath. So in case you're in a situation whereby maybe you're shy and you don't know who to talk to, you can reach out to Captain Felix. Yeah. Next, we have Captain Blasius Chelimo. Interesting fact about Captain Blasius: currently he's working in a project in Kenya of an intersection said to be the largest in East Africa. So yeah, in case you have any questions on that, reach out to Blasius and interact with him. Next, we have Engineer William Opata. Engineer William is very, very passionate about steel design and steel in general. So yeah, in case any of you is also interested in that, you can reach out to him. And finally, we have Engineer Anton. Anything survey, he's our guy. So yes, thank you. And I am Captain Karen, the first female in the group, and yes, I'm glad to be here. So at Roads Hub, we serve so many people. We serve students, civil engineering students. We serve professionals in the field. We serve civil engineers and designers. We serve surveyors, and also consulting firms as well. We also serve government authorities, and we also work with universities and technical training institutions. So yes, so this is officially our cohort Alpha 7, and yes, I wish you guys all the best, and I hope to see all of you in the training. So yes, I would like to invite Engineer James Murithi to take the floor. Engineer James.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Karen. That was a very good introduction of the team. I hope you guys are doing super. I'm also doing great. Um, Good to see you. Good to hear. Good to hear all the good things that you guys are sharing here. I am very excited to have you all here. I'm really grateful for how this community is becoming a home for thousands and hundreds of other young engineers, and they make it their home. They make it a go-to place where they come to acquire skills, where they come to bridge the different gaps that they have in their profession. And therefore, I remove this thing because I want to do what is right. And one of the things that I've loved, and our biggest definition when I was thinking about this RoadsHub community was to consider, please confirm whether you can be able to hear me. You can drop a one. You can drop a one. You can drop a one in the chat box. Drop a one, please. Drop a one. Drop a one. That's always our confirmation. Make sure that you can hear me clearly, because I don't want you to miss a thing. I don't want you to miss. I'm here because of you. We are here because of you. So that's why it's important. Super. Great. Beautiful. Great. Thank you. So yes, thank you, thank you. So what I was saying is RoadsHub community. I was trying. I've last on Sunday. That is yesterday. I spent the whole day indoors trying to think, trying to reflect, trying to define, trying to go back to our why, the reason as to why we founded RoadsHub, the reason as to why we called it RoadsHub. Number one, RoadsHub was a name that was coined by you people on LinkedIn when we had, I don't know, 2,000 followers and whatnot. So RoadsHub is not mine, it's for you people. The second thing, I was thinking about why do we have RoadsHub and what could we define as RoadsHub? I defined it as a community where increase and advancement is given to all. Increase and advancement is given to all. So it doesn't matter. We are not selective on who is who. That's why we opened our borders. We opened our territories to go to, currently we have an outreach of over 12 countries. And this is the essence. We want to champion what is called community-based learning. It is us, it is our community, it is our profession, it is us young engineers creating our own future, chanting our own future in the most sustainable and affordable way possible. So that is the whole point. And who is serving us? It is ourselves. We are serving ourselves. So I'll be talking about a few modifications that I have thought about when I was thinking through this. And these are new things that will be benefit. It's only cohort alpha 7 that will be able to benefit. Reason being, I was also thinking 7 is a very amazing number, and leave alone Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7. 7 is a miraculous number, and I tend to believe that this cohort is special. I'm going to deliver it in a special way. I'm actually even seeking and praying that this is going to be an outstanding cohort, not only for me, not only for the community, but also for the participants who are going to join us. That is why today I will take you through what this community is all about. And the essence of the kickoff meeting today was for you to understand whether this community, you want to belong to this community. This is a community where we believe it is for you to choose to belong. And our commitment and our mission is to make sure it is a livable community, it is a beneficial community, and it is a community that is building towards your ultimate goals. And one of the things I really like taking notes, and one of the things that I have noted from the previous conversations that you guys were engaging in was one from Mutuko, who's saying that the reason as to why he decided to join our community was an experience that he went through during his industrial attachment. So this is what happens after school or during the holidays. And yes, I also earned such an experience. And that's why I noted it down, because I related with it. The other person was Akinyi, who shared that she has over 10 years of experience, but still she feels a connection and feels that RoadsHub is going to offer this. I am not worried about your high expectations, because everyone has high expectations of us, and we also have high expectations of ourselves. But what is even more interesting in your story is your ability to believe in us. And that is what we are grateful for. And then another interesting part was a gentleman who was, it is also Lucas again, and also Jesse. I like such insightful questions. And all of these questions that you've earned now, I am going to respond to all of them in the simple presentation that I'm going to make. Interestingly, I know we have doctors in this meeting, we have professors in this meeting, we have professional engineers, consulting engineers, and all range of professionals. So therefore, what I'm asking of you is not to be scared and not to feel inadequate, but to take this as a very important community that you're going to grow and leverage on the networks that we make here. When we ask you to share, when we ask you to give, to say what you do, it's because we want people to notice what you do. And I will also be sharing about success stories, guys who have been promoted, guys who have gotten jobs during our program. And then I also noted it was Faith who was taking a leap of faith. That was, I don't know whether that is what you call, I forgot the name, but wherever it is Faith taking a faith. It's called, um, I forgot the name. Worry not. Yes, poetic satire, poetic something. There's the other one. Thank you, Captain. Captain Blasius is also one of our tallest captains. So cheers. Yes. Thank you. She has been here in many of our programs. I think she has completed one, and she has decided to join another one. That's how beautiful and amazing this community is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had prepared a simple, straightforward presentation for you. And this presentation is only meant to, number one, cement the resolution that many of you have made to join our program. And number two, to also show you the value that you're going to get. Nonetheless, we wouldn't want to leave those who have not joined our community out, because the program closes officially tomorrow. So it is also for you to make the right decision. We don't sell, we don't market. What we do is we help you make the right decision for your career and for yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to make a presentation. And in this presentation, my presentation is missing. All right. No, it can't be. I have it. Great. So in this presentation, I am going to help you make the right decision. And it is also going to outline the three main objectives that I have given out there. And also it will be for you to understand our approach and whether this approach is going to serve your needs. So this is called Alpha 7. Alpha 7. We've earned 6 cohorts so far. And this is also, I think, called Alpha 5. That is when we got certified and licensed as Autodesk Authorized Training Center. I think that is in Alpha 6, who will also be graduating in June, on Friday. The reason, let me tell you, let me expose them. The reason as to why they have not graduated, even after 5 weeks, it's because they have not met the reducible minimums. And one of the reducible minimums is for you to be able to prepare a professional book of drawing after this training. So if you don't manage to do that, then you're not going to graduate. It's as simple as that. That is the rule, and it has to be followed for us to maintain our merit. So this is our kickoff. And I have a question that I normally ask. And due to the interest of time, I would want you just to respond it in the chat box. Why do most engineers struggle to master road design skills? Why are you struggling? Why? Why did you struggle? This is a very fundamental question that you must be able to answer genuinely. And I also go through this chart after every meeting so that I can be able to understand what are your needs. So you don't have to be modest. You don't have to be, I'm seeing the young ones are saying demure. I don't know what demure means, but whatever it means, is I want to know, why did you struggle when you started to learn? What was the challenge? And one of the many that I've had is, number one, they were unable. There was a gentleman, I think it's Jesse or Lucas, who was given a book on how to use Civil 3D, and then he was unable to complete or make good use of it because he was unable to integrate the practical field practice, that is the industry practice, and the theoretical education that they earned, and also even what is already written in the book. That is one of the gaps that we try to bridge. That is one of our value propositions. And that is why every engineer who goes through our program, they must be able to complete project milestones. The milestones get assessed, and then prepare a complete book of drawing at the end of the program. Straightforward, easy. Let it sink in your subconscious mind that you are not here to get a certificate. You are not here to joyride. You are not here to enjoy the poetry of the delivery and conversations. You are here to get things done. So I want you guys to open the chat box, and I am looking in the chat box. Why are you struggling? Why did you struggle? I want to hear from 3 people. One from West Africa, another from South Africa, another from Asia, and another one from East Africa. So that makes it 4. Please talk to me, and talk to me intimately. I want to understand you so that we can know how we restructure this program to help you. So the mic is open. Let me get to hear from you. Please introduce yourself with your name and the country that you're coming from and why you find it a challenge. The mic is open. Let's be quick.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, please.
Okay, well, my struggle personally is
We said
I
you
want.
introduce yourself, please. I don't know
Oh,
who I'm
sorry.
speaking to.
My name is Michael from South Africa. I work for Jurapi Consulting. I'm a geometrics draftsman, dealing with roads and stormwater, but I've worked most of my time with AutoCAD, normal AutoCAD. So now it's only just now that I'm transitioning into AutoCAD Civil 3D. So my biggest challenge is the programming side of Civil 3D, the setting it up. I find it to be very difficult. I don't know, maybe I need to give it more time because it's not like AutoCAD where you're just drawing, but you are more. I think you are more programming than drawing. So that's my challenge at the moment.
Okay, Mike, I hear you. I'm going to respond to you as we proceed. The next person, please. That's South Africa. Let's have someone from West Africa. West Africa, are you here? Be proud of your countries and zones. 3, 2.
Hello.
Yes, please.
This is Matthew. Actually, my phone is in Matthew. My laptop is in Matthew Ochoria, but my laptop has issues, so I'm using my iPhone.
I know you, Matthew.
Yeah. So this is Matthew Ochoria. I'm a road inspector. You've seen my profile. So why I found it a challenge right from 2019 when my mentor gave me the book, I found it so hard. Just sit there and start drawing without seeing what was on site. So what gave me confidence now is I'm in position to see the real life things on site, but the challenge is now integrating the two with the software. That is the challenge. But on the hard copy, I managed to do something on the hard copy. I know basics, but using the software is a challenge. So I just said, let me put the software aside and I just focus on site supervision. But he has reached a point where I found a challenge. When I met a surveyor, and I meet surveyors who understand the software, but they try to cook data, and yet I know it's the wrong thing. And they open the interface like this, and they are doing a lot of things, and I'm not in position to understand what exactly are they doing with the software. So here I am now seeking for the solution.
Super. I know you're already in. This is your home, and this is your solution. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. I think these are very practical and hands-on challenges, and that is also the challenges that we address. Next one, please. We said East Africa.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
Fine, sir. Thank you. My name is Mozi Manuel from Deja University, that is in Uganda. Can you get me, please? I want to know if you're getting
Yes,
me.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
At Deja University pursuing bachelor's in civil engineering. And one of the challenges of is that at my campus, sometimes I joined campus when I was really interested in highway designs and road designs. But everywhere, like almost all my friends are doing some other courses, structure designing, other architectures. So like you can't find someone to guide you. You can't easily find someone to push you when you're searching something related to what you really want. So I really lack information on road design. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Emmanuel. That's a very common challenge. And I think you've spoken on behalf of all students. And I think that is also another area that we'll be taking care of. And I am here to guide you with the captains. Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel. I don't know whether you're already part of the team. And special thanks to Deja University. I think that is our second home. They are very good here. Daisy, I appreciate you. Diana, I appreciate you. Muhozi, I appreciate you for bringing your community to our community. Thank you very much. Great. Now, let us have someone outside Africa, someone from Asia. Let us know what is the challenge in Asia. Asians, what are you struggling with? Okay, great. Looks like we don't have one from there. So I am not going to talk about the challenges here because this presentation is meant to pave way to see whether this program is going to give you the solutions that you seek. So if I start answering your questions one on one here, it means this program I will preempt what I wanted to present today. Let me go to the first one. This is James Muridi. I'm not going to talk about myself. You know me. So let's just go to what is important. And what is important is I find stories inspiring and interesting. If you listened to the people who have shared their experiences with us today, one of the things that was very common and recurrent is everyone was trying to connect a story from where they started to where they wanted to be, and then the journey that is in between that experience. And mostly when we are starting, we already know we have a strong inspiration. We have a strong motivation and encouragement of the things that we want to do. And we have also pictured the end result. If, for example, you look at the story of Matthew, he already knows what he wants to achieve. He has the reasons that are fueling and supercharging him to get to that definite end. But one of the biggest challenges is now the journey towards that definite end. I normally call it the ultimate end, the ultimate goal. And that is why we are coming here to tell the story of uncertain roads. And I will specifically talk about Emmanuel. So in Emmanuel's story, it is a story that I share with him. I am very strong. I have grown up in a village. I have told this story so many times, but I hope it will always inspire someone every time I retell it. And I even pray to the gods that every time I retell it, it can kickstart an inspiration in someone. And I was growing up in a village back in Meru, and we used to fetch water from a nearby stream. During the weekends and the holidays, we would go and fetch water there. And of course, kins are kins. I was a boy of the people, and we used to have a lot of friends and fans. And of course, the little village girlfriends, I know you handsome. And we used to build bridges and small tributaries across or rather bridges and small roads, mud roads and wooden bridges across the small tributaries of that specific stream. And one interesting thing is I could see people using vehicles or trying to create toy cars. I don't remember having a toy car or something like that. I don't know even what is the name. I never had a lot of toys, but one thing that was specifically important to me was building those mud roads and bridges there. So I would build the small bridges and the roads for the boys who have the wooden vehicles to come and drive across them. And I hope you can be able to see my screen. Please, if you are not able to, you can tell me. I would want to know. Can you be able to see my screen? Baron?
Yes.
Clearly?
Yes, yes, we can,
Okay.
engineer.
Thank you. So at this point, there was a time when there was a storm. There was like a heavy rain. And during this downpour, my small bridges were swept away. And I think that is one of the memories that I have now. Funny enough, during my primary school and my secondary school, I had forgotten this memory. And then also during my campus life, I had forgotten this memory. It was when I was doing some leadership training and career training programs that we were asked to go and look back at the childhood memories that we remember and we hold dear. That is my inspiration as to why I am so in love with designing roads. I remember that I was very emotional, and even when I remember I tell this story, it really gets me thinking about that specific point in time. So people ask, what are some of the sources of inspirations that you have to know what field? Please let us mute if you're in a noisy place. And this is one of the things that have inspired me to become a roads engineer. You can see there was a big disconnect from those childhood memories all the way to campus. I was actually able to choose a major in transportation engineering I don't know how that even happened, but it is something that happened subconsciously. What that is meant to tell you is it is okay to be where you are. It is okay to, you can realize your inspiration and your goals at any point in life. You can realize your purpose. My campus life was super gloomy, very desperate. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have skills. I didn't have anything, nothing at all. I was only going to school, reading notes without a sense of how I would ever want to utilize those skills. And then you can see the first picture, the first frame here was me when I finished campus. You can see that boy is confused, emaciated, disconnected, without a sense of purpose. And I didn't go through the same experience that Motuko went through. I got an attachment at Kenya National Highways Authority. People are doing good things. People had brains. People had skills. People had knew how to seek mentors. I didn't know where to start. I was very useless. And you can see I'm totally disconnected even from the team that is doing road marking. This is along Thika Superhighway. Totally disconnected. But then I approached a mentor who is an expert in highway design engineer, and I asked him to train me. I asked him to show me the way. Just like you're coming here today to RoadsHub, you may not necessarily be having a mentor at your specific area. You may not be necessarily be attached at a certain institution that has very good design engineers. And sometimes even when they are there, they are too busy. That's why you're coming to us, RoadsHub. And that is the ideal that we're trying to create RoadsHub with, to be a home for people who seek connection with their purpose, to build skills, to get mentorship, and reorganize and seek their own trajectory in the engineering career. So that is basically what I call my snail's marathon. I got this mentor and I started my snail marathon. I was moving forward and moving backwards at the same time. I was moving and not seeing any sense of movement or progress at that point. But one thing that really instilled a sense of the need to keep pressing was, number one, I remembered that childhood memory. That's my biggest inspiration. I remember that also I got an attachment at Kenya National Highways Authority as a blessing or as a luck. I don't know which one is, but I consider it both. And I knew that I left that space, I would never find my footing in any other position. I don't know, whatever. I really wanted to take that chance, very importantly. And that is what I'm asking you people who are in the RoadsHub community. I know many people take it for granted. Join it and then stay idle there. Nothing you do, you don't practice. I've seen people join the program and they stay lazy here. We have to follow up. We have to remind them. You only have one single chance in our community. You have one shot to take. And the moment you understand those things, the reason why you joined this community, the reason as to why you want to build this capacity, and knowing that this is only a chance, then you unlock something that is called exponential potential. In exponential potential, it means you unlock a version of yourself, that self-drive, that self-actualization, that self-motivation that you have. I don't wait for nobody to motivate me. Who is that? My purpose to make life easier for young professionals, to make them understand, really wakes me up and motivates me it motivates the captains that we have here every day. After realization of that and having a mentor and an expert who would guide me, I went to the second frame that you're seeing me there. You can see the difference between the two images. This is me starting off the first frame, and the second frame is me actually supervising works within a span of like 2 years, if not 3. That is what happens when you take intentionality and you find your why. And I want you, as you join this program, remember why you joined this program. It's gonna be tough. Times are gonna be challenging. You won't be having a lot of time. Tasks will be challenging. Your computer will freeze for sure. But it is you to remember why. Within that period, when I put in the effort, it came to a year that is called 2023. I got 3 promotions within the same year. Not because it's my father or whoever is my boss, but because he would see substance. And because the projects that came required the skills that I have. I was providing value. And that is why we are seeing the likes of Vincent, the likes of Deogratias being promoted from our community. They learn how to provide value, communicate value, show dedication, show commitment, and show the need to grow, learn, and create an impact. 1 year later, here is RoadsHub that is connecting thousands of engineers, communities, countries, and that is the story. I am not telling this story to brag how much of fortunes I've made or how much of strides I've made. It is you to remember that you can start at any point. And the moment you connect your why, and I want you to remember this story and relate it to your own life. How can this change your trajectory? And this is why I want you to answer these specific questions. Why did you register for this course if you've already registered? If you have not, why have you not registered? Questions that you need to ponder and think about. I don't need your answers, but I would want for those who have registered to tell me, why have you registered? So that I can be able to see how you get the value for that specific. I had someone wanting to register as a professional engineer in the space of road design. I am not going to make a promise, but because the promise was made when we were constituting these courses. The promise was made long time ago. How do you hear about us? And if you heard about us and you found value, why would you not want other people to find the same value? Captains, share the registration link. If you found value here, go and share the value to other people. That last thing, the question that I want you to ask yourself before even we proceed is, what is one thing? Don't tell me about complexity. Don't tell me about a million things. Don't tell me even 2 things. Tell me one. Like, for example, Matthew said that he would want to understand. You know, the word understand is a super powerful word. It's very extensive. He felt challenged. Why are surveyors cooking data on my own site that I don't understand? And I know this is wrong. Why would I not know it? So he wants to understand not only the design process, but the output and how this data is applied on site and implemented on site. That is a strong why. Unless you have a strong why of joining our program, then you will be setting yourself to failure or being floppy or sloppy in this program. When you become sloppy in anything you do, doing things just for the sake of doing it, you fail. You stand no chance to succeed. Why did you register for this? And what is one thing that you want to learn from this? And one of the ways to answer those questions is looking at your current painful state of affairs. Like, for example, for students, their current painful state of affairs is being unable to relate the theoretical knowledge that they gain in school to practice in the industry. And since I hadn't been through the same experience, and my vow was nobody that I come across will ever face the same experience, then I got you covered. Better yet, I am on a mission to research every day, myself and the team, to get the best industry practices and also to get the best experts. You can hear we have great experts that we invite in our free webinars so that they can share the best industry practices across the world. So you lack the best industry. You are on a quest to need it. So that links to your why for this program. And I hope that you came here to take notes because it's a nature. It is our nature, and it is our practice, and it is our culture. I know you are brilliant, you are sharp, you are an engineer, you aced A's in everything that you did. But remember, the bluntest pen is sharper than the sharpest brain. You will forget the things I'm asking you today. And even in the program, during the lectures, you will forget. But when you note them down, and don't cheat yourself with the things of writing on your computer, on your phone. How many screenshots do you have that you never go back to? How many? 1,000,001. You have that car that you are parking. You have that piece of clothes that you are parking in your screenshots, in your gallery. You never bought it. You actually even don't remember it. It's only that I've told you about it. Get yourself a notebook and a pen during this program. You will learn rare and valuable skills. Skills that are transferable, skills that you can take from industry A, from RoadsHub to Zema, to whatever industry that you will have. I have taken my skills from Kenha, from Kura, from other institutions, from my experts, and I'm taking them to you, and I'll take them to 1,000,000 others. I've taken them to Ghana, and I'll be taking them to another country next month. Those are the skills that we're instilling in you. You can only remember those skills if you write them down in your book. So who are these people that we are serving and that we want them to reconnect with their strong inspiration and purpose and gain this a sense of why and the skills that they want to connect? If this conversation is boring you or you do not want to engage in this, you are setting up yourself to fail in this program. Any person who missed our information session has always not completed the program because you will not understand how we work. So I am telling you the reprogramming. We normally say we are reprogramming your mind for success. This is not the normal school work that you do. We are reprogramming how you learn and how you approach learning. So we are looking at civil engineering students, surveying students. Basically, I've used civil engineering students as a blanket. The civil engineers who are already practicing and designers, urban developers, surveyors, infrastructure project managers. You cannot be a project manager. You cannot manage what you don't understand. You cannot manage what you don't comprehend. And the story of Matthew is one brilliant example. He is trying to seek a deep understanding so that he can supervise the works from a point of knowledge. What that gives you is a command of your area and knowledge. BIM experts, this is a necessity for you. You cannot go to BIM. I saw when you were doing a feedback from cohort Alpha 6, I saw someone talking about BIM. And it's interesting to know that you're looking at the future. You cannot step into BIM if you have not completed the basic fundamentals like what you are doing now. And I want you people to understand that BIM is a process, it's a procedure. It is not a tool. All these others are tools. Geomatics, GIS specialist, where are you going to use them? You are a GIS expert and you will need to work with road design engineers, infrastructure engineers, structural engineers for you to make sense of your data. So regardless of how good you are in your data, you may not be able to make the most informed decisions if you don't have a basic understanding of the design process. And now that you already know and you fall within the category, and I want you to go back to the story. It is the inspiration that you, it is your why, and then who are you at the moment, your profession, and then we go to acquiring that knowledge. And I will talk about one specific story that I love. It's about Henry Ford. And there was this time that he was taken in court because there was a guy who was and written an article and called him an illiterate. And Henry Ford responded in a very smart way that not many people comprehend. It is a story that is documented in one of the books. It's called Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, I have a copy here. If you can get to my house, I can give you one. It is acquiring. And one thing that I want to bring into a perspective is what we call specialized knowledge and general knowledge. The reason as to why you are, and mostly for students, and why most people find a disconnect between the industry and school is because school teaches a lot of general knowledge. I remember even we were asking ourselves, you've done biology, you've done chemistry, you've done what, you've done water, you've done everything. You are a jack of all trades. You know everything and nothing. So that is called general knowledge. What happens with general knowledge is you can make little good use of it. You cannot start a business with general knowledge. You cannot design with general knowledge. You cannot design a project with general knowledge. I'm promising you for a fact. You cannot. Go out there, nobody can. It is until you acquire what is called specialized knowledge. Specialized knowledge is knowledge that has been packaged. Actually, it is knowledge that has been researched, organized, and then packaged in a special way to achieve a definite outcome. And this mostly happens in night school because that is what we are doing here. This is basically more like a night school. I have taken time to go through my school, getting all of this knowledge, going through the experiences, and then recording and documenting the experiences, and then defining the goals that I would want to achieve with these experiences and knowledge, and then packaging it such that it can help you accelerate your career success. It can help you acquire rare and valuable skills that you can transfer from one organization to another and offer value and become an expert. That is what is called specialized knowledge. So this specialized knowledge is what sets you up for success. That is why you go to do masters. You want to master. You narrow down. If you look at your campus, I want you to use a specific example of campus. when you get to 4th year in engineering school, you narrow down and take a specialty. You take an elective. And as you go up the ladder, you narrow because you want to have specialized knowledge. Master's, PhD, whatever is a little bit expensive. That's why we are packaging this into small bits of courses that can give you specialized knowledge to make you an expert. And that's why I say, if you looked at my LinkedIn profile, is I help young design engineers. I transform you from novice to expert in 5 weeks. Compact, specialized knowledge that has been packaged to achieve a definite outcome. And that is what you will be acquiring in this program. Now, after that, what is the other thing that you need to take keen use of in this community? It is leveraging the RoadsHub community. RoadsHub community is built as a community that is committed to provide increase and advancement to all. Increase and advancement to all. That is why we opened our borders. That's why we subsidize the trainings. I actually have a free course. I was recording a course here that is called Civil 3D Reports. I am going to make it free from tomorrow, just from the website. Just search RoadsHub. I'm going to make it free tomorrow. I will make it free for the next 24 hours to see how many people have affinity for specialized knowledge. So what are the things that you can leverage here? It's the essence of deep cubes. So I have coined a philosophy on deep cubes. It is derived from Neil Calport's book that is called Deep Work. And in deep work, I'm looking at it right here. In deep work is where you concentrate yourself in a confined area for a limited amount of time or a definite amount of time so that you can upscale your upstairs and acquire the knowledge to a definite end. So the deep cubes, how they work is I bring engineers, and this is Engineer Gatimu, is our Mr. Logistician, that is going to use the criteria to sort people from different countries, different backgrounds, different professions, and bring them together so that they can work as a team. That is what we do. It will help you in strategic networking and real-world simulation of a working environment. These men that you're seeing in the picture here, nobody knew the other before RoadsHub. You can see they work like brothers. They work like they have been born together. We instill teamwork. We inspire teamwork. That is why we do call them deep cubes. It is not a place to have shallow conversation, to send memes, and to just talk about nothings. It is a sense of deep depth. Now, I'll talk about a vehicle that is going to get you now to the ultimate end. I know during this presentation, you've been thinking about something. You are creating the future. If you have not, then you have missed the essence of this and you can just excuse yourself and go and reflect. I am taking you to create something that is called the ultimate engineer. So this is a story that is helping you to create the ultimate engineer. I am not the ultimate engineer. I am also a vehicle. I am a vessel in motion. I am a man on a mission to conquer worlds and conquer myself. I am a man on a mission to acquire knowledge. And that is what you are, the ultimate engineer. So this is a philosophy that we emphasize definiteness of purpose. I think that is what I have been telling you today. PMA, positive mental attitude. I have seen it in everyone here. Everyone believes that this program is going to help them achieve the ultimate goal that they have. They believe in themselves and their ability to commit. The other one is the Mastermind Alliance. This is also derived from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. The Mastermind Alliance, a community of people ruthlessly focused to achieve an ultimate end of mastery, to become the ultimate engineers. That is who you are, and that is what you should be committed to. And your Mastermind Alliance will be your Deep Cube mates. Connect with them. I can see Gatimu is already working on them. I can see notifications here in the community. So Gatimu, start arranging for those who are already here. We want them to form and board and become a Mastermind Alliance. I'll be bringing a top performer, Hans Kanza. Excellent. He understood the whole philosophy. If you don't understand this presentation, you will not succeed in this program. Controlled attention, that is what is called focus. We train you to focus on a specific task until you get success. So if you cannot focus in these 5 weeks to get yourself to an expert, how are you going to focus to deliver a 3 years project, a 100-kilometer project? How are you going to focus and do your masters? How are you going to focus and do your professional registrations? How are you going to focus and write your reports? How are you going to focus and apply for scholarships? You cannot. But if you manage to focus, you will create enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is not being happy. It is a fountain that runs in your heart and in your soul that makes you want to do the things that you desire to do. It is a stream that is in your soul. That is what we see in our community. That is why we create time and talk to you. I could be somewhere now sipping some alcohol, and right? I got paid. It's actually it's end month. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got paid. We can go and sip alcohol. We do all these things, but it is the enthusiasm to see you prosper. So if we are committed and the captain's here to see you prosper, why not you? Why would you not commit to build the future you? Attractive personality? Oh my goodness. I was reading a book today. It is called Think Like a Monk. And they were saying, research has shown that people who look attractive and with a pleasing personality, they are assumed to be trustworthy. They are assumed to be competent. Actually, even people who look good. Yeah, people who look clean, people who look organized, people who look sharp, well kept. You have to tend to have a sense to entrust them, to trust them per se. But then again, if these people flop, they get what we call a beauty penalty. It is because you're not playing up to your standards. You get punished for that, and it is difficult for you to reclaim that. I am not going, whatever you do with that information is up to you. So this is why we are setting the Ultimate Engineer newsletter. You guys are going to be the first ones, where we want to step you to make you confident, skilled, and ready to seize every opportunity. So skilled is through the training. Let me know how confident. So our mission is to help young engineers crush self-doubt. That is one of the things that has been killing you people. You feel like you're not capable. Self-sabotage, you don't know how to manage yourself, to focus your energy and your time. And we are training you through this program. How are we training you? If you don't attend 75% of this program, we do away with you. If you don't do 75% of the project milestones that are assigned, you don't get certificates, and we do away with you. And we don't want you to stain our community with complacency and laziness. That is very clear. If you want to feel bad, that is fine. That is good. You have all the rights, but that is the rule. We enforce mindset shift. You need to change how you think, how you perceive yourselves, give you practical tips, and also share real success stories. So these newsletters will be coming to you right to your inboxes every morning. Every morning, it will be coming to you, inspirational, and reminding you that you can be confident, skilled, and you can seize every opportunity that comes your way. Now, you ask me, James, you look very promising, but what is the formula that you can help us to learn the skills that we want here? And I'll be talking about an interesting model. I call it the FAST model. And in the FAST model, it is the word fast. The first one is F, which represents forget. So I want you, as we start the session tomorrow, because tomorrow that is where we have the practical session on Tuesday, you forget your limitation. So my brother, who is this? It was Mike from South Africa. He was just expressing that he had a lot of limitations to master Civil 3D. If you are coming with us, I want you to forget that and start on a clean slate. When you forget your limitations, you open doors for limitless learning. Forget your limitations and you go to limitless learning. You are doing it alone. I am here with you. Active. And I will emphasize, if you look at this picture, the only person who is not serious is the guy who is smiling there. The rest of the people are actively engaged and involved in the exercise. This was us doing some practicals in the laboratory for soil test. This is the soil lab, the soils lab. So you must get proactively involved. That is why our project is very hands-on. I was talking about Faith. I was talking about Akinyi. You are wherever you are, but you must be able to do the work if you want to succeed here. And we will give you feedback so that you can improve. We have design challenges. We have a design project. You have already heard you will not graduate and get your certificate if you don't provide a book of drawings. I don't care whether you're going to join the program or not. That is up to you to make the decision. But at the end of this one, you must be able to provide a book of drawing. That is an irreducible bare minimum, because we are not in the business of selling certificates. Now, state. One of the reasons as to why we do not learn new skills is we have an emotional connection that I am unable. And that is what I was saying in Mike when he was speaking. He has this emotion and connection and frustration with learning. And that can deter you from acquiring new knowledge. And I normally tell this interesting story. The reason as to why you remember your first love very much is because you went an emotional connection with them. You loved them very much and you respected and you valued them. And then the reason as to why you have a long-term memory for them, it's because there is information. So information is what comes. So for example, if I mention the name Diana now, someone here will flash back to their first love. I'm sorry if it was traumatic, but I hope it is memorable. If I mention Tony, someone will feel bad, they will remember them. So when you have information and emotion, you create a long-term memory. The application here is you must engage your visualization. You must see yourself becoming that design engineer. You visualize yourself. You feel it in you. And I'm seeing that enthusiasm. Like this guy, Matthew, was speaking with a lot of conviction. And I'm sure that this guy is going to succeed in this program. I am promising you, he is going to succeed. He is very emotional. he feels bad because those guys were cooking data and they were trying to cheat him. He will keep every bit of information that he gets to grasp through this program. Come during the transition ceremony or the graduation ceremony and you see him. So I want you to feel the pain when someone was promoted and you didn't. I want this guy, Motuko, I want you to feel the pain that when you went for that program, wherever that was in the industrial attachment, how did you feel when everyone else was knowing and you were the one who didn't know? You felt bad. So you want to have that same experience again? And I am giving you a chance? Oh my goodness. You would be one of the most amazing and beautiful people in the world. Now, this is the last one, T in T. It's teach. In our community, we teach one another. We learn it as if we will teach it to someone else, because we actually teach it. When you are given in the deep cubes, you teach others. You record short videos for them. I am the main trainer, facilitator. I record videos for everyone entirely. The captains are in the deep cubes, the small groups. They teach you, they review your work and also record videos for you and give you feedback. And then again, below the captains again, the outstanding students also record the videos for you. They even host meetings to discuss, how did you integrate that? How did you figure that out? I don't know whether you get it. Fast, forget limitations, you open doors for limitless learning. Active, get proactively involved. If you are busy, don't apply for a program. Just go home and come when you have time or when you know you will get committed. Don't tell me I'm busy. That is not an excuse that we take here. If the work has to be done, it must be done within the 3 main pillars of project management. Cost, of course, you've paid, so you must feel the pain of your program. That's why we don't offer anything for free. We don't do our programs for free. We don't do that at all. Anything given for free is unappreciated. I have done it and I have seen results. Time. Every task here is timed. Must be done within the timeline. And then after that, there is quality. That is why we give you feedback. So we give you the benefit of doubt. You can submit substandard work so that we help you now. You can submit substandard work here, but you cannot submit substandard work to your bosses. So we are giving you a lab, an environment for you to be able to do all the mistakes. Teach, 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 teach. When I'm doing any online course, when I'm doing training, when I'm doing something in my project work, I learn it like I'm going to teach you. So what is our approach? What is our mode of delivery for this program? Number 1, for the mode of delivery, we'll be delivering this using Zoom live sessions. So just like the one that we have here, and the recording is provided. So these recordings are provided through our website. You are going to create an account for yourself in our website, a learning portal. This is one of our improvements. So if you are coming to RoadsHub and you are doing this program and you want to do another one, you want to do the online, you are doing the free courses, you are able to access all your resources at a single point using the learning portal. So go to the RoadsHub now. Go RoadsHub and then create your own portal. It's free. And then once you create it, I will come and enroll you in the program that you're assigned, and then you can be able to succeed with us. I am going to give you the option to do that. So recordings are provided, and this recording will be provided for you so that at least you're going to remember the things that I was teaching you today. Then the Civil 3D captains, that is the team that you've had. They are here to help you, to guide you, to give you feedback. And then we also offer Autodesk certificate. This is a certificate that is recognized globally. If your presenter is in Asia, Africa, America, Europe, whatever, as long as they are using this product, they will acknowledge you as a fully qualified and well-trained expert. So it is not like some certificate that I've written down with my names on it. It actually doesn't have, yeah, it has my name. But then again, I'm the instructor, and then Autodesk is the guys who are in charge of that. Then the days of training, hey, look at these beautiful people. These are our captains again, very happy and willing to serve you. They will be serving you on Tuesday, on Thursday, and on Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I would want you to do this. Please go to your calendar now. If you are one of us, go to your calendar. Open your calendar now. I think mine I have already scheduled until forever, because I'm going to be doing this mission with you, and we'll make sure that the days stay intact. And I have scheduled my trainings with you people. So go to your calendar now. Schedule every Tuesday for the next 5 weeks. Every Thursday for the next 5 weeks. And every Saturday for the next 5 weeks. Actually, you can change this to be a culture of your own. You will be learning on those days. They are committed to your professional development. You would grow by creating a routine, a culture. A culture. Time of training, 8 p.m., same time that we started this program, up to 10 p.m. That is in the next 25 minutes. That is when you will be doing the training. So go to your calendar now, because if you miss one session, I think it is Deogratius, one of the guys who has been promoted through this program, who was telling us how it is difficult for them to catch up after they have missed a session, or after they have missed submitting a certain deliverable or a project milestone. So for you to stay updated, so also you are not going to be texting me every day. You know, I was kind to you now because you don't understand our rules. You don't text me anymore. You will be communicating in the group, because your question could be someone else's question. And then when we respond, it is like you are giving an answer to everyone. So it is an open community for us to engage and have conversations. And these people are going to help you. The skills that you're going to hone through this program is, number one, you will master the art of highway geometric design. That is on me. Don't worry about how. That is my job. And it is going to start from the basics, like what you're seeing in this picture, people carrying out topographic survey on site, all the way to plan and production. Then you'll be able to polish your public speaking. I am not very good at public speaking, but I try. I am not very good at delivering the program, but I try. I learn it every day. Presentation skills. And this is very important. And captains, let us make our Saturday, because Saturdays is our feedback community and where people make presentations, let us make them professional. Let us make them very, very professional. People present your thoughts in a fluent and flowing manner. Very, very important. You will learn the art of collaboration. I've talked about deep cubes. For the first time, you will be working in an international workspace. You'll be working with internationals. How do you interact with diverse community? How do you interact? How can you learn from people from different countries? Do you feel me? I don't know whether you feel me. You need to build your teamwork and collaboration. I remember because of this practice, when I went to train engineers in Ghana, I found it easy. I was flowing. I was in the flow. I genuinely was. And also the guys were in the flow. It is easy. You understand collaboration. You understand how to listen, how to respond, how to seek feedback, how to seek clarification, how to put in your point without being very rough, you know. acquire report writing prowess. So I'm going to talk about this. Most people don't know how to write. Most people write chaotically. Most people write like someone has a gun on their head. You're writing carelessly without punctuation. And that is something that we don't encourage in this community. You are a professional. You are an engineer. You will be issuing site instructions. So in issuing site instructions, imagine a site instruction that has a lot of typos, that doesn't have a coherent flow of thoughts. Even you as the contractor, will you respect that engineer? Imagine an engineer who is coming to tell you, oh, sorry, that is site instruction I meant, please correct. Please, that was meant to be IPC, not IPE. That instruction was meant to be, the invert levels was meant to be 1345.25, not 1335. You get it? Progress reports. How are you going to report your progress to make an impression to your stakeholders? If the director or the president of your country is coming to your project, how are you going to tell them the progress that you're making if you don't know how to do presentations, if you don't know how to speak publicly? I've seen engineers fret when the ministry is visiting, and it is a shame. This is an opportunity for you. Ability to monetize your skills. I'm talking about guys who have been promoted, and let me not take any more time. So I'm going to talk about the stages of mastery. So novice, advanced, proficient, expert, and master. So these are stages that you're going to go through, and that is basically my presentation, ladies and gentlemen. So just before I go, I hand over this session to the other members. I will just briefly go through the course outline, because the course outline is pretty it's pretty straightforward. I think it's something that you've engaged with. So this is the live Civil 3D training, and the things that we'll be talking about are very straightforward. We'll be talking about the AutoCAD Civil 3D interface tour. So we believe that we cannot go working with a software that we have not interacted with. Even if you have interacted with it at your own time, we want to recap it and remind you of the things that you'll be able to go through. Please go to the website, www.roadshub.org, RoadShub, or just type RoadShub, and you will be able to see us, and you can be able to access this course outline. And I know most of you probably have accessed it. And we'll be talking about also the interface tour guide. We'll be talking about setting drawing, project setup. We'll be talking about also fundamentals of 2D drafting. So we'll take you through the basics of 2D drafting so that you can know how to draft, for example, a box culvert. If someone told you to draw this for me, how can you be able to do it? And then after that, we'll go through engineering survey, which is basically a practical engineering survey procedure, how it is done on site, how you collect the data, and how you manage data and prepare it for design. We'll be talking about the primary and secondary sources of data. And in this one, this is a new addition. We'll be able to import data, topographic data from Google Earth, Global Mapper, and use Plex Earth also for visualization. So that, for example, Matthew can be able to bridge the gap. You have your survey data and you can counter check and see whether this data is actually representing the site. So we'll be able to do that as well. And then after that, we'll be able to work with survey data sets. Then after that, we need to model the existing ground as it is. So existing ground modeling is basically having a representation of your ground on your computer. So how do you work on it to make sure that you have an actual representation and that is not distorted? We'll be talking about also volumes. For example, for topsoil stripping, also be talking about topographical and catchment analysis. This is very good when you want to know where will my water be draining. Remember, you need to think about drainage of your road projects. We'll be talking about working with feature lines, fundamental for site grading and all of that. We'll also be talking about horizontal alignment design, and this is the backbone of road design. Principles of horizontal alignment, specialized or best practices for alignment design, and most importantly, how to integrate road design standards. And this one goes specifically to Akinyi. This is the most important part, and this is where many engineers fail. And this is also where many engineers kill people on the road. The roads kill people when it is not designed appropriately, the horizontal alignment. This is where we have curves, compound curves and such. This is where we have super elevation modeling and all of that. So we have actually dedicated a whole session on integration of design criteria and design checks as per the road design manuals. We'll be using AASHTO and RDM. We'll be also designing the finished road profiles, roadway corridor modeling, pavement design, quantity takeoff and cost estimation, and then lastly, detailed road cross sections, and then drawings production. So that is basically what we'll be covering. This course goes at $75. If you want to purchase, just click on purchase, log in with your credentials, and then you'll be able to purchase it directly. If you find any challenges, you can be able to reach out to me, and I will be able to help you now. So thank you very much for your time, and I am going to give the session back to the moderator. Unless there is a question that you would want me to respond to directly, I am going to give it. So any question, please let me know. Let me know if there is any question that you would want me to respond to. Hey, there are 28 messages.
Thank you, Mr. James.
Yes, Edwin?
I just have a simple question.
Yes, please.
If I haven't enrolled like today or tomorrow,
and
maybe I want to enroll tomorrow, when are the lectures starting? Are they starting tomorrow? Are they starting next week? So
the
which week
lectures are
probably?
going. Sorry. Finish, please.
Yeah, I wanted to know in which week are the lectures going to start?
The program is going to start tomorrow. So tomorrow evening, we'll be having our first session, which is interface. We'll be checking, number one, whether the software is good. For those who have software issues, we'll be able to fix them. And then again, for those, we go through the interface to make sure that we are right, make sure everyone is here, and then we'll be able to we'll be good. Okay, great. So you can be able to join the program now. The program is still open. Actually, let me share it now. If you would want to pay for your slot, it is here for you, all of you guys, everyone that is here. Advancement and increase for all. Payment process. So you can just click on this link and you'll be able to pay using your Visa card. If you find a challenge using Visa card, you can text me or one of the captains, and we'll be able to use Mukuru for people who are in South Africa or southern part of Africa. If you have Western Union, or that will be able to work as well. Thank you. For Kenyans, M-Pesa, you love it, you like it, super and fantastic. Hey guys, you have a lot of questions. This is amazing. My contact is 254 45 634 313. 254, yes, that is my contact. Thank you. You can text me on WhatsApp or give me a call. So thank you very much. I will. Yes, the $75 include the certificate. Please, captains, make sure you can be able to respond to many of these questions so that we can shorten the program. Hey, you guys were very active during this presentation. Thank you. Hey, 12 messages. How am I going to respond to all of this? Ah, yes, Emmanuel Muozi is your president. I like that gentleman. We are going to meet with him soon. Actually, I'm planning a session with Deji University. I owe you one. I owe you one. I owe you one. I do. I do. And any other university that they would want us to have a session, please feel free. Okay, great. Okay, super, awesome, fantastic. Thank you. Yes, recording meetings, yes, they are shared. Innocent Mwale, I saw you, we were talking. Kampala campus, majorly. Thank you. Yes, please.
Sir, recording session is provided or not, sir?
Recordings are provided, sir.
Which platform, sir?
You will access them through the our website. You create your own portal and you can access all of them from one point.
Okay, okay.
I will
Thank you,
guide
sir.
you on that tomorrow. Yes. Yes, it is dependent on payment tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's session, we are only prioritizing people who have already booked. Hey, you guys, do we have a WhatsApp group? Yes, we do. Captains, drop it.
Sir, one query that
Yes, please.
related, sir. Google Mapper is not provided, sir.
What?
Google Mapper is not provided your team, sir.
It is provided.
Sir, let me check, sir. Okay, thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Thank you, Prakash. All right. So, Baron, are you in a position to take it away, please? I think I'm going to respond to these once I'm done.
I think Baron left. He had an emergency.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, yes. So I believe Wesley can take over. I think it is his time.
Yes, Wes, please take it away. Thank you. Captain Wes, are you in a position to lead? Okay. Okay. If Captain Wes is not in this position, what I was to talk about is the software. So I've noted that most of our participants do not have the software, and those who have also, they are having technical challenges. So Captain Wes is the gentleman who helps us to fix all the technical issues. And this one is only also limited to those who have already paid, because it makes sense. If you are to fix technical issues for everyone, then we'll even forget those who are already in the program and they have a limited time. So if you have any version, is we like installing the same version. That is 2023 version. That is it. Is it 2023 or 2024? Karen, can you remind me, please?
2024.
Yes, 2024, so that we can be working from the same platform that looks the same, so that also it is easy for you to follow through the lessons, because 2023 looks a little bit different from 2024 and you may get confused. So we don't want that to happen. We want to make sure that we are learning from the same page. So all the technical issues, and then there are 3 plugins that we are going to provide. Number one, we provide Google Earth Pro for you. This one, we use it for project visualization. And we'll also be showing you how to utilize it in design of roads. We also provide another software that is called PlexEarth. PlexEarth also is very good in project visualization. And then also we have another software that is called SWDTM. So this one is very good for georeferencing and putting grids in your design during final presentation. So those are the other 3 softwares above Civil 3D that we are going to provide for you. All these programs are, when you pay the fee, the $75 is inclusive, all of these packages, so that you can be able to optimize this. The idea is we want to make this process as good as possible. So that is basically what we wanted to do. And ladies and gentlemen, Wesley, who is Roundabout and Junction is another different course that we are going to give. This one is already very comprehensive. We find people struggling. So when we include Junction, Roundabout in the same program, it becomes ineffective. People don't complete, people don't get the practical sense of the program. And therefore it meets. Yes, learning portal, we are going to create that. So worry not. We are going to guide you tomorrow, because I know, Jonathan, you have already paid for the program. So that is what we'll be doing tomorrow. Yes, thank you. Now, the other thing. Yes, please.
Sir, global mapper is not provided, sir. Google mapper, Google Earth is provided, but global mapper is not provided. ProKMZ file converted, sir.
Okay. I'll take care of that. Wesley is going to take care of that. I think I did not give him instructions on installing Global Mapper. That is my mistake. So we are going to install it. I'm going to give him instructions on that. Yes, thank you.
Hello?
Thank you. Yes, Wes.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, I
Thank you
had
so
a
much.
mic issue, but I've heard you've addressed the majority of the concern. Just one small bit. I think it's important to mention this, that participants should have a physical mouse. We had a case in the previous cohort that one was designing using the touchpad. It's very difficult, but I think we failed to mention it, and they thought they could do it. So kindly ensure you have a physical mouse, and your PC is going to react differently depending on the power of the processor. And this is not determined by the most people see the i5, the i6, and they use that to judge how powerful their PCs are. But the most important component that you should look at is the clock speed, and most importantly, the base clock speed. You'll see a value like 1.7 gigahertz, you will see 2.7 gigahertz. The recommended value is 2.4, but I've seen some of you are having processors with 1.7. Yes, it's good enough, but if you have something below 1.5, you'll really struggle, and I'll hate for you to have paid for the program and then your PC fails you. So if you have a PC that is less than that, kindly reach out so that we can reschedule you, or you can find another PC so that you're not hampered during your training. I think that is one important thing that I was to mention. I'll share the minimum requirements for your PC that you're supposed to have. I think it's important so that we understand you cannot go to a farm to plant and you don't have the necessary tools. You'll be standing there with your seeds and go back home. So kindly have the right tools. Make sure you have your PC set, the softwares are installed well. And the next thing, make sure you have stable internet. I recommend that you attend the sessions. You absorb the knowledge, then use the videos to revise. That way you will grasp the knowledge. But if you rely on the videos, just you want to Skype the classes because the recording will be provided, you'll really have a challenge with that. With regards to the installation of the softwares, I can help with that. If you have a student license, or if you're a student, we can get you a student license to serve you for the period. If not, we can find other arrangements to sort you out. Other than that, if you have any challenge regarding the software or your PC, kindly reach out to me and I'll be able to advise on the same. I'm aware we're supposed to have a meeting with 1 or 2 guys after this session. So we can get to meet after this so that I sort you out and you'll be ready for tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, Engineer James, for the opportunity to share.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you. That was a super easy broken down. So that is our technical guy, is Wesley. Please, Wes, you may share your contact, probably, I don't know, or whatever that works for you on how our participants are going to reach you. Please make sure that by tomorrow evening we have sorted them. Yes, please.
Yes, I've shared my contact in the Telegram channel. If you missed it, kindly just check the last 2 messages. You'll be able to get that. You have my Telegram channel account, and also you have my WhatsApp account there. You can get to reach out at me. And also, I think I can share my number here right away. That is 254-858-56949. If you have any query and you want to reach out to me, there goes my number. It's a Kenyan number. Let me edit something quickly. Yes, it's good now. Yeah, good now. So you can reach out to me and I'll be able to sort you out. Any query regarding your software, if your PC is slow, you feel it's slow, it's lagging, I might be able to let you know what may be ailing it. Some of you have junks that drag your PC, and you'll feel it when we start doing our design. When you start building your corridor, now you stuck with your mouse for like 5 minutes and you get frustrated. So let us minimize those frustrations now, and we smooth out everything so that you focus on the learning, not focus on fixing the laptop. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, we have some amazing people who had amazing things to share with you. And Anton, are you the one in charge of that?
Yes, I am. Together with Blasius, together with Captain Blasius.
Oh, you and who?
Me with Blasius.
Take it away.
Good evening, engineers. I hope we are all doing good. My name's Captain Anton Ochieno Havondi. I'm practicing survey engineer with more than 14 years of field experience. When I first joined this team of RoadsHub, I wasn't so sure whether to join or not to join. I looked to myself and said, oh, 14 years of field experience. But then again, I said, okay, there's always need of coming together as a community to learn and also to share. So this offered me a very great opportunity to engage myself with Engineer James and the rest of the team. I was part of cohort 4, Deep Cube 4. We did quite well, which was very impressive, and Engineer James found it in him so that together we could join part of his team so that we can also be able to nurture, train, and share this knowledge that we have with the rest of the engineers, with the rest of us all over the world. So today, my session basically will be to focus on the alumni who have also undergone through this course together with Captain Blasius, so that they can also be able to share their journey, how it has been to them, how they have found it, taking this course in the previous cohort. Yeah, they can share their adventure. But right before that, maybe Captain Blasius, if you're there kindly, please share a word or two, then we can also be able to invite participant of the previous cohort to share the experience and journey with us at RoadsHub. Blasius, please take it away.
Okay, thank you, Captain Anton. My name is Blasius Chilimo, the tallest of the captains. Yeah, and I'm always happy to get to connect with the new engineers on these cohorts, on our community as a whole. It's really amazing to get to interact and learn with engineers who have been in the field for quite a number of years. For instance, Engineer Patil who has got 23 years of experience. I mean, there's really a lot you can learn from such engineers. And this is the community where we always get to interact and get to develop together and get to grow our skills. So I think for this part of the session, I just want to invite those outstanding members of the last cohort who have been really amazing, and actually they're going to graduate on Friday. And one of them was from my deep cube, and his name is Vincent Baitezo. And he actually has quite a story, because I remember before joining the cohort, actually during our information session, he opened up to us about how he got to save the little money that he was getting so that he can join our program. And through that dedication, I think that focus and that drive, he got to really get serious in the training. And from that, I think he got an opening and he got a job interview. And before even he went for the interview, I remember in one of our community feedback sessions, he came out and told us that, you guys, how can I approach an interview? Let's say I'm being interviewed for a car design, for highway design role. How do I approach that? And from the conversation that we had, I think he got some insights, and I'm really happy for him because he got to tell us that he landed a job, and I think he will be the first one to share. So if Vincent is in the meeting, I think you can take it up.
Okay. Thank you, Precious, and our team leader, Engineer James. Good evening to you all. My name is Mwezi Vincent. I'm to graduate on 11th October, Ndeje University, that is Uganda. It is an honor to speak to a group of bright minds eager to embark on a journey in engineering. When I look back on my own path in this field, 3 elements stand out as cornerstones of my success. And those 3 elements include mindset, design, and network. Those are the things that have made me reach where I am. Are you people able to listen to me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let me proceed. So I want to share how these elements have shaped my career and how they can guide you on your own journey as well. First of all, let me talk about mindset. In engineering, the mindset you bring to your work can make all the difference. Embrace a growth mindset. That is a belief that challenges are opportunities for learning and improvement. When you encounter obstacles, rather than seeing them as roadblocks, view them as chances to innovate and refine your skills. This approach will not only help you to overcome difficulties, but will also fuel your curiosity and drive to achieve excellence. I stand on this same point in that I was to join in the cohort of May, but I was broke. I never had money. So I had saved small money, but I didn't reach the exact money that was needed. I became angry because I wanted it. I wanted this design thing. I was following all the messages on LinkedIn, and I was like, God, if you can help me and I attend this thing and I have this certificate before I graduate, it would be an amazing thing. I missed May in tech, but then I talked to James. I inboxed him. I asked him, is there an opportunity of another cohort? He was like, yeah, it's there. So on that same date, I gathered my savings, and when the next cohort reached, I think I was among the first people to pay, and I attended the cohort. So what am I referring to? Mindset. One, I was determined from the start. Even right away in my senior one, I wrote in my autobiography book that I want to be an engineer. I pushed the same dream. I went to university. I pursued a bachelor's in civil engineering. Still on the same point, I told myself in year 3, because I had a mentor who was in engineering, highway specifically. So when I looked at how he did his things were always in office, and then these other engineers would go in field to supervise. But when I would gauge the pay, this person who is producing designs, his pay was higher, like 4 times than these people who were always on field, feeling the heat on field, and the one who is in AC is being paid 4 times than the one who is in field. That is about mindset and how I got to how mindset fueled my career growth. Then when I talk about design still, yeah, engineering itself is not just about solving problems. It's about creating solutions that are both effective and meaningful. Think of design as bridges between creativity and technical expertise. Always prioritize user-centered design, ensuring that your solutions are practical, intuitive, and sustainable. And then you remember the design process is iterative. Yeah. In this case, each version you create is a step closer to a refined and impactful solution. By focusing on thoughtful design, you will be able to make a real difference in the world. Yeah, and this is where I stood to say I must be a designer in this field. So I kept on reading this. I was on LinkedIn, I guess in year 2. That's when I joined LinkedIn. Yeah, I kept following these people who are majorly dealing in designs, and I came across RoadsHub. Yeah, I pinned their notifications. I would see whatever they would post. I really got the morale to follow what they post about design and highway. And then finally, what I want us to discuss is about the importance of network. I believe I finished campus in May. Yeah, it's in May when I finished. But from that time, I've worked in 3 companies so far. One, it was a hydropower plant, that is Narubale Chira Complex hydropower plant. There I worked there as a volunteer for 1 month. So from there, I got a referral. Someone referred me to MTN Uganda, if you know it. There was a company doing subcontracts for network planning of fiber. I went as a network planner. I have been there for 2 months. Then from there, still from MTN where I was, I got a referral to my current job now, the job that I wanted from my entire life, that is design, and I'm the CAD engineer. I'm working with Konoike Construction Company Limited. It is a Japanese company. They are doing the signalization junctions in Kampala town. So I've been hired there. And what has RoadsHub taught me? It has taught me to crush the fear within me. I used it fear so much. Until that when someone would talk about such an opportunity, I would feel like, can I really manage? But then when someone who referred me told me, when I reached there for interview, they said, because there were some other people waiting outside. So when I entered, the people who were on the interview panel asked me, how did you hear about this? So the person who had info about me told them this one didn't apply. He was referred. He was just recommended by some other person. This is because of network. If I had not networked so well, if I was not humble enough, if I've not been asking questions. And another thing I want to thank Mr. James has really made me chase away the imposter syndrome that I had in myself. I'm sorry, I may take some minutes, but I'm winding up. So imposter syndrome is so bad, especially to the upcoming engineers. When you want to assume that you know, you will actually never know. So me, what I do, I ask questions, I disturb these people. Where I'm hired at this position, but then there is a senior CAD engineer but I'm on his neck. I've told him I want to be like you in a period of 8 months, and I hope I will achieve it. He has told me, but it depends on your passion and your effort, but you will achieve it. So I'm hopeful, like in 8 months to come, I think I'll be a better person in roads design. And now I will come back, thank the RoadsHub for the impact they have created in my life. And then finally, I wish you all the best in your engineering endeavors, but never forget until God is always in the center of these things, because I'm prayerful and I believe in God. So whenever I pray, I receive what I've prayed for. I wish you the very best, the incoming cohort. Please let us connect, let us chat, let us share. You never know, I may end up working in Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, or somewhere else in the world. Now, the fact that I'm having Autodesk certificate, I qualify to work worldwide. Thank you so much, Precious, for giving me the opportunity, and everyone, a blessed night to you all.
Thank you so much, Vincent. Thank you. This guy literally gave me sleepless nights. I remember we were having sessions going up to almost 12 in the midnight. And just getting to hear your story, I'm really happy for you. And I also wish you all the best, Vincent, in your new role. I'm going to invite the next outstanding member from our last cohort, so that Engineer Anton can invite the rest. So I'll call out Alfred Obadia. If you're in the meeting, kindly take up the mic. Alfred. It looks like Alfred is no longer with us. So I give the mic back to Anton.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Blesius, for the opportunity once again. And Vincent, that was so interesting. It's good. Thank you so much for sharing, so that the rest of the team whom we also expect, or who have already enrolled for the program, can really see or look into the bigger picture of what they are really anticipating, or rather what's right ahead of them. I would also like to take this opportunity once again to call upon Hans. We also have one of our alumni from RoadsHub, Hans Kanza. Hans Kanza, kindly, if you're there, the mic is all yours, so that you can also share your experience to the rest of the world from RoadsHub. Hans?
Good evening, team. I am Hans Kanza from Tanzania. Currently, I am a graduate of the previous cohort called Alpha 6, which are going to graduate on Friday. I came across, I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but I came across James's post on LinkedIn sometime back. I was just scrolling through and I saw his post was on roads, and I've always wanted to be a highway design engineer. So I connected with him, and then on June, that's when I think I contacted him, because I saw that he was providing the training before, but I didn't join, as I was not in a best position to join at that time. And I asked him, and he said that there's a July intake, and I just waited for the July intake and I enrolled in. The reason as to why I joined RoadsHub was because I've watched different videos on people showing how to design roads on Civil 3D. But my main issue was I wanted to understand the interface, to understand the software, that if I need something, where will I get it? So I wanted to have a mentor who will guide me through and know where I can get something. So as even whenever I have a problem and maybe I watch certain videos or a guide, I can know that, okay, if I wanted this, then I'll just access this tab and I'll get it. And among the things that helped me was whenever we were in the sessions, I always had this mindset that I have to learn it as if I'm told tomorrow to explain to somebody on how to do what I've been taught, I can do it. And luckily, in our company, most students who come from university come there for the field training. But for the past few years, all they have done was structural designing. And so when I came back to the office, because I was previously on site, the structural engineer told me that since you are taking the civil 3D course, why don't you help these students, even if it won't be for long, but please guide them on the road designing so as they can have something extra apart from structural designing, because I know most there are a lot of structural engineers, but very few highway design engineers. So I was happy that I didn't know while I was applying for the RoadsHub that I will eventually be told to teach somebody else, but I eventually did. So, and I remember that there's this post, Engineer James said the information we are given was also given to the person who gave us a certain information was also given that information. So it's our duty to also provide the same information to the next generation so as we can have a knowledge of information. So it's very important that when you go through the sessions, learn it just as the first theory that Engineer James said, the T, especially the T, learn as you're going to teach it. It's very important because it will help you to understand more than just merely claiming that you're just watching a video, he's done this, he's done that. No, just learn as you're supposed to, you're going to teach somebody else. That will help you understand more on what is being taught than just easily claiming, because when you claim something, it means when somebody changes even one aspect of what was in the video, we will not have any idea of what to do or where to go. And the other thing I want to talk about is during design, I urge you that first you have to be calm, because sometimes you may be designing and then you panic, and once you panic, you won't know what the software needs. It's very important that you'll see in the sessions, there's a command line. It's very important that during your design, you learn to read what the software is telling you. Sometimes the software communicates with you, tells you that you entered something, but it's not correct. You have to be patient and look at what the software is telling you. You understand what it's doing, but sometimes if you've entered some parameter wrongly, it's going to help you know what you have done wrongly. And the last but not least is RoadsHub community has been helpful to me to be able to connect with different engineers from different countries. And it's been really helpful to understand how other countries do their construction process, how they do the design process. It's important because it will help you have an international idea of how things are done in other country and not particularly in just your country. Thank you. And welcome to RoadsHub, and I wish you all the best in your next training sessions.
Thank you so much, Hans. Na maybe for a little joke, kwa ndugu zetu wa Tanzania, bwana, naona wewe kimombo umekitambariza. So
thank you.
Okay, welcome everyone. Just to the team, to those who have enrolled for the course, kindly, this course, for a little advice, this course will be so demanding from you. My advice to you is that, because they always say you strike the iron while still hot. So my advice to you, make sure that make use of the information once it's shared to you, to do and complete your deliverables in time. I remember when I was taking the very same course during my time, I remember not resting. I remember making sure that as soon as I get the training, I'll use the very same time, either the very early morning or the very same late night, to complete the deliverable, so that I make sure that the information is still fresh in my mind and not corrupted or rather postponing to do the works at a later stage. This will help you to make sure that you always get to deliver, or rather you always get to submit your deliverables on time, and also build a proper understanding, also being in a better position of sharing the very same knowledge to the very, rather to the group of your deep team. Thank you so much. I also like to take this mic once again to Lauren. Lauren, please, I take the mic back to you so that you can take it to the next person who will take us through the final comments of our session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anton. The next person should be Felix to finish off the meeting. So Felix, are you in the Captain Felix? Are you in a position to speak?
Yes, Karen. Thank you so much. I am in my position to speak. I hope you are able to hear me. Kindly confirm.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Before I conclude the meeting, I don't know whether Daisy from my Deep Cube is available in the meeting. She's also supposed to share just briefly on her experience. Daisy, are you here? All right. Seems like Daisy might not be present. So kindly allow me.
Just a minute.
All right.
Is also Raymond Muller. Are you in the meeting? Okay, you can proceed, Captain Felix. Sorry about that.
No problem at all, Karen. I hope you guys will forgive me for my hoarse voice. I was having a flu. But if you'll allow me, I'm going to deliver a vote of thanks to everyone who has been able to contribute today and to our participants. So it's always great to hear from the community, on the expectation of the sessions and their wishes, and your backgrounds, very diverse. This is the one session that I think sets the tone for how the affairs are going to be handled. So I'm very pleased that most of us got to share their views and experiences so far. I would also like to express, my appreciation for the interactive nature of the session. The opportunity to ask questions and engage in discussions, have been very useful in clarifying the doubts. And we've got to gain a deeper understanding of what we do here at RoadsHub. Right. Let me particularly appreciate our lead instructor, James, for taking the time to take us through the approach that we adopted at RoadsHub, the requirements, the timelines, and so forth. I'm sure most of us now have a pretty clear view of what they can expect upon joining our team. So thank you once again, James, for that clear and concise presentation. Let me also thank our host and our, Karen, thank you for hosting us. Thank you, Baron, for giving us a warm introduction, introducing the team. That was really awesome. Let me also express my gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us today. This could be, a start of a great thing for you. Special thanks to our previous participant from cohort 6, for making time to join us today and share with us their thoughts and how these sessions have improved their skills despite completing all their sessions. The likes of Vincent, right, and Hans. That was wonderful, experience that you shared with us. So thank you for sharing your wonderful feedback regarding our community. Allow me to also appreciate the RoadsHub team for making this possible. The team's, endless commitment to share their skill set with the community is, I was really impressed. It's really impressive. It's how most of us, found ourselves here after registering for the classes. I know a lot has been mentioned about the RoadsHub community, so I'm not going to dwell much on it. But listen, guys, it's the community that was forged in these sessions that keep us on our toes, because we get to assist each other, even beyond the Civil 3D classes, just like what Vincent has mentioned. Personally, this community of designers, engineers, surveyors that we have here is the single greatest gain I have made at RoadsHub. As you have noticed, we do have a very diverse community, right? Where you can interact with engineers and surveyors from all over Africa and the world at large. So you get a very good perspective of how different countries approach the same challenges, right? This is especially, evident in the deep cubes, where we conduct our discussions, as was previously mentioned. So as we move forward, I encourage all of you to continue engaging with our team and participate actively in the upcoming sessions. And hopefully together we can create a very supportive, learning environment and community that is going to benefit you even after you are through with the 5-week period and with our sessions. So thank you once again for your time and participation, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Back to you, Karen.
Thank you so much, Captain Felix. And I believe we are at the end of our meeting. So can someone pray for us? Maybe just unmute or raise your hand. Just pray for us, and then now you're all free to leave. Let me pick someone. Let's see. Vincent, kindly pray for us. Vincent Muhwezi, are you in a position to speak? Okay. I'll pray then.
Yes, I can speak.
Okay. Yes. Kindly pray for us. Sorry.
Okay. Let us humble ourselves and pray. Almighty Father and ever-living God, we want to thank you for the gift of life you have granted to us. We want to thank you for the gift of wisdom that you have granted to each and every one. We want to thank you for having brought us always together through these community sessions that we only have online. I pray that may you see each other according to his requests that he has, his desires, and requests that he asks from you, Father Lord. We call upon you to come and be in our midst tonight. Protect us from anything evil and grant us success and victory in anything we do. I want to offer you the people who have enrolled for the next cohort. May they get what they expect to get. And make this prayer through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
You're all. Thank you. You're all free to leave. And all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.